Good morning, guys. I really like this company a lot. Really bomb. Not big enough to get brand deals yet. Hopefully one day they'll hit me up and give me the mother money, man. Fuck. I hate the plastic wrapping on these things. 2-to-1 ratio, baby. Pretty good. Anyways, guys, today I just was spending this morning watching troll videos and stuff. It's pretty funny when people confront trolls and whatnot. But along with browsing through troll videos, I actually was on Reddit. This was on the self.ask Reddit forums. It's trending right now. What saying do you wish people would stop using? CT32 was like, I'm looking for friends to join my team. Do you want to ditch the 9 to 5 and work from home? Do you want to see all your children grow up and be at home with them all day, still earning a full-time wage by basically being a charity who all your friends and family feel obligated to buy from? Then inbox me now. I thought this was wicked funny because I actually went through this experience. Not only being pitched, but actually doing it. Not once, but I think about 2 times maybe. If you don't know what this is about, it's about multi-level marketing. So when I first did it, I was in high school. I wish I had more money. I was working like as a bag boy at one point, and then I worked at GNC actually as like someone who just sells supplements. I made a pretty good money at GNC. But at the time, I also had a needy ass girlfriend and I didn't know how to say no because I was enabling. We all make mistakes, man. I wanted more money in my life. My GNC coworker was like, hey man, you wanna make money doing this new insurance thing, man? I'll give you her name, and then yeah. I was like, cool, you know, I'm interested in going. I went with one of my best friends to this meeting, and this is where you have to get all dressed up. They talk to you about success, the residual income and stuff like that. I was like, oh, that's really cool. To me, it all makes sense. Why not do it, right? They sell me the dream, man. They're like, hey, you know what? You could literally be taking a shit and making money at the same time. I'm like, damn, I can take a shit while making money? Sign me up. And plus, like, I think the thing that they sell you a lot of time is not only the dream of like working from home or not even working at all, but a lot of time they sell you the dream of never capping out. See, when you don't have a college education and you're just taking a 9 to 5 job, a lot of places they feel that like you cap out. I know like with pharmacy, for technicians, I don't know the exact dollar amount, but I know they cap out around 20 bucks-ish per hour in California. So no one likes to be held back like that, and there's always room for growth. And it's also sexy and exciting because like overnight you can make money, right? But anyways, so I go to this meeting. We go like 3 or 4 times and they're like, do you want to do this? I was like, fuck yeah, sign me up. I whip out my debit card, and stupid me, I gave a list of all my friends at the time. And to this day, this was over 10 years ago, they're still using my like outdated ass like list from 10 years ago. I was like, what the fuck, man? That's crazy. My bad. If you're one of my friends that got hit up for this, I'm really sorry. My friend was actually real lucky. He actually didn't bring his debit card. He was like, I'll just do it later. He never did it. And me, I was stupid enough. I think I gave like about 100 bucks. It wasn't too bad this time. I was all signed up, ready to go. The lady that helped me out, she wanted to come to my house. This company was actually Primerica. So they tell you like, oh yeah, we work with Transamerica, stuff like that. When you hear Transamerica, man, fucking run out the door, man. There's so many times that I heard Transamerica and I'm like, fuck, man. Anyways, back to my story. The lady comes to my house and I was like, you know what? I'm having kind of, not second thoughts, but I knew I was a dumbass kid back in the day, and I wanted my uncle to give me some input, right? Because he was the one that taught me how to invest in stuff. He came over, demolished this lady. He's like, why the fuck does this kid need life insurance? He has nothing to protect. If he dies, hopefully he doesn't die, but if he dies, he has nothing to protect. It's not like he has children, a house, or anything like that. And I was like, oh shit, now I understand. And then my uncle started teaching me about life insurance and stuff, and when to buy it, when to not. And I sort of got my basis through that. Especially if you guys are going through pharmacy stuff, be careful about a lot of life insurance and whatnot. They're not all the same. Do I recommend it? I don't really know. I'm still on the fence, honestly. So far, I haven't caved in yet, but that's another story. I'm like, phew, I dodged a huge bullet because I was about to try to sell all my friends and stuff. I generally thought it was a good idea at the time, as dumb as I was. And I think we all make those mistakes as kids. But then the second time I fucked up was, it was a company called Your. It was formerly 2x2. It got like sued for being a Ponzi scheme and all that sort of stuff. I still remember one of my friends dragged me into it. And what I learned, the key to selling is through relationships, and they manipulate that. And you can use it for good or bad, you know? It's just like, hey, you know what? For girls, they might be like, oh, what makeup is good? And you recommend this one. And great, it helps people. But then again, sometimes you sell like a fucking vacuum cleaner to someone my age. Why the fuck do I want a high-tech vacuum cleaner? I don't give a fuck. So that's when you sell something that you don't need. And I remember my friend who I used to have a crush on. So mix emotions with relationship to business, and I was sold. They sold me the dream again, stupidly, right? They're like, oh man, you sign up and you get 2 other people and you get these other people under them, you start making passive income. Great. Well, you know what? I didn't realize that business model isn't sustainable. I don't care. I might get a lot of multi-level marketing haters out there, but at the end of the day, like the people that are actually doing it, are you guys actually making money at this current time? Not in the future, right now. Through investing, through hustling my ass off to get my Farm D, I've learned to accumulate more money than a lot of these other people have. I think this is the worst part. Back in the day, I dragged a few of my friends into it. It sucked, man, because this time it wasn't $100. It was $390. I dumped in almost like, it was $1,000, and this was me as a college student at this point. So I was like broke college student. That $1,000 could have went to my investments, but I stupidly did it for this multi-level marketing. It took me so long to save up for that fucking shit that I'm like kicking myself in the ass right now. I bring my friends into it. A lot of them sign up too, and it was really cool like working on a team together, but I noticed that somewhere along the way, like it's really hard to convince people to do this, and it felt very scammy. I just didn't feel comfortable with it. I'm not saying what they're telling you is not true, it's not real, but there's only so many people you can get, and at the end of the day, what was I really doing it for? I was doing it for the dream that they were selling. And then I was like, fuck this shit. Funny story, I actually found out about Rich Dad Poor Dad from this multi-level marketing company. And they're like, yeah, you gotta buy this Robert Kiyosaki book, because he always promotes like multi-level marketing, which I think you can always take the concepts of multi-level marketing and try to use it for good. Even though I made a lot of mistakes back then, I don't regret it because it was such a huge learning experience for me, and I took all those values that I learned, like the dream, right? Having a dream, like never capping out. Those are things that we always want, and the flexibility of life. And that actually really inspired me to do sort of refugee hustle, motivating people for good, you know? It's kind of like you can be a Sith Lord or Jedi Master. Your choice, man. All those lessons were really important for me, and maybe you guys are in it, maybe you guys have been approached. I guarantee you will be approached at least one point in your life. Before you start doing it, think about like why you want to do this. And I'm not telling you to do it, I'm not telling you not to do it, but this is like true experience that has happened to me, and I have not made a single dime off multi-level marketing. Actually, it's costed me a lot of time, a lot of money, and it's also costed me, like, I don't want to say my friendships, but it definitely could have been avoided. Honestly, I didn't want to do that to my friends. You know, at the end of the day, like I always try to look out for the best interest for all my friends. That point in my life where I totally fucked up and recommended something I just didn't know any better. And it sucks feeling that I recommended something that was actually not so great for them. That's my experience with multi-level marketing. If you guys have gone through this shit, please let me know and comment below. Take all this energy and hustle that you have and try to study business, or try to use it for good. I think a lot of time we can take the concepts of multi-level marketing, because they do a very, very, very good job of selling. And I think they're one of the best at telling a really, really good story, because you have to, at the end of the day, you're convincing people to do something. I use some similar tactics, like when I do my writing for Refugee Hustle, when I motivate people, I use very similar concepts that they use. Those pain things, like imagine your life 10 years down the line and you're still a fucking loser. That's a really painful thought. Anyways, guys, this was my spiel about multi-level marketing. Honestly, why are you selling stuff that you don't really care about, investing into a company that you don't really care about, that you're just in it for the money, when you could be using all that effort to create something that's your own or contribute to something that you actually like or love, you know? And I think there's no better feeling than that. So guys, thank you for watching. See you guys next time. Peace.
Once you finish, you can pay off your loans in like 2-3 years, no problem. You can save a bunch of money, buy my nice clothes, nice shoes, nice purses. Well, when you get out and you actually do get a job, I mean, yes, you're very excited, but